All right, guys. So in this one, I want to talk about investing a little bit. I want to talk about why I started investing in the first place, some of the reasons I think you should start investing. There's a few things I want to talk about. So, number one, there's a certain level of freedom that comes along with investing your money. Now, you don't get to experience this freedom when you just start investing. You do have to have a long term outlook on this, but if you invest long enough and you start to see the true benefits of long term growth and what we call compound interest, the level of freedom that you obtain when you invest for a long period of time is just something that can't even be put into words. Like that feeling of knowing that you have sort of a safety net and money on the side that's available for you if you need it, but also that's out working for you and making you more money. It's honestly just an incredible feeling. And again, it's a freedom that you can't get by simply only working a 9 to 5 job, unless you're pulling in a lot of money. But even then, if you just set that money aside, it's nice to have it in savings. But when you start to invest that money and it starts to work for you, I should say, and you start to have money come in every single month just because your money is invested in smart assets, it's an incredible feeling, man. So if nothing else, you should start investing your money to try and obtain that freedom that investing provides to you. Now, we work way too hard for our money. Working a 9 to 5 is honestly pretty shitty in my opinion. Most jobs, unless you're doing something you really love doing, most people work a 9 to 5 just to pay the bills. That's really all it's for. And we put in a lot of time, man. It's, between commuting to work and then working and then commuting home and all the other stuff that comes along with it, it eats up a good portion of our time. It eats up a good portion of our lives, man. We're 5 days a week for 8 to 9 hours for 40 years. We're spending doing a job that we probably don't want to be doing. We may be able to tolerate it. Some days are better than others, but most people aren't doing what they love for work. They're just doing it because they need to. And it's the best option for them at the time. So I say all that to say, we spend so much time working. We need to use that money and put it towards ourselves. And the best way to do that is to invest your money. Again, that way the money goes out and actually works for you. You have to think of it like this. Every day you go out and work a job and you get paid, right? Most people get paid either every week or every 2 weeks or maybe on the 1st and the 15th, whatever your case may be. But you're exchanging your time for that money. There's only so much time that you have, so you can only obtain so much money by exchanging your time. Now, once you receive that income and that money, if you then go invest that money with the intent of making more money from those investments, now it's kind of like you have two jobs, right? You're going out, you're working, you're earning income. And then if you invest that money and it goes out and makes money for you, then you're obtaining more income via that method as well. So now all of a sudden you have two incomes. So again, the moral of the story with this one is we just work way too hard for our money. We spend way too much time working. So make the most out of the money that you do earn and invest it. That way you can basically create a whole nother stream of income. As long as you're smart about your investments, you're realistic with your expectations, and you stick to it long term, you have a long-term output or an outlook, I should say, it's normally going to end up working. I mean, I'm not an investment professional. I can't really give advice, but most people would agree that, if you just invest in the S&P 500, which is basically the 500 largest companies in the US, if you invest in an index fund that holds all those for a very long time, chances are you're going to come out on the other end with more money than you started with and more money than you invested. Anything can happen, but I mean, at the end of the day, history shows that you're probably going to be all right. As long as the US is doing well, your investment's probably going to be all right as well. So another reason why I started investing is I began to do two things. I surrounded myself with people who were interested in investing and knew things about investing. And I also started consuming a lot of content and material, again, that was related to investing. So we're talking books, podcasts, YouTube videos, even classes and courses. I tried to get my hands on any information that pertained to investing to help me learn as much as possible while also speaking with people who knew much more than me on the topic. And this is going on for years. I mean, I started investing in my teens. I'm in my mid 20s now, so we're talking about a decade of investing here, and I learned a lot along the way. But it definitely took some time, and I continue to learn every day. Um, but again, just surrounding myself with those types of people and beginning to consume that kind of content, it really catapulted my trajectory of investing and my knowledge base and my goals and everything associated with it. So I would definitely recommend, if you're looking to get into investing, start reading books, start listening to podcasts, start watching YouTube videos, and just talk to people who know about this kind of stuff, man. They're going to be Anyone who's passionate about it is going to be more than willing to discuss and talk to you about the basics of investing and how it all works. At least I'm speaking on behalf of myself. Whenever a friend or a coworker or a family member would ask me about investing, like my eyes would light up. I love talking about it. And I feel like a lot of other people have that same sort of passion for it. And if not, if someone doesn't want to help you out, no problem. It's not, they're not obligated to do it. Move on to the next person. That's all. So, lastly, I just want to say that, investing should be exciting for you. It shouldn't be a burden. It shouldn't be scary. It may be a little scary at first just because you don't know all the ins and outs of it. But the more you learn, the more comfortable you'll be with it. The more you talk about it, the more you'll understand it. But investing should be exciting for you because, again, it provides you with opportunities and a freedom and basically a financial foundation that will allow you to take advantage of things in the future, and it'll turn huge problems into minor inconveniences, and all this stems just from starting to invest. So get excited about it, become interested in it, learn about it, be willing to put the time and effort in, and it'll really benefit you in the long run. And the best part about it is pretty much anyone can invest nowadays. You can literally open an account right from your phone with Charles Schwab, Fidelity, Vanguard, M1 Finance, Robinhood, the list goes on. And you can straight up open an account, connect your bank account, transfer money in, and then start investing today. It's really an incredible time to be able to invest. It's never been easier, so I definitely recommend, at least at the bare minimum, looking into it, trying to find out a little bit more about it, and I don't think you'll regret it. So yeah, just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about why I started investing, kind of give you an idea of what my reasons are, where I started, where I'm at now. If you like this kind of content, let me know in the comments. I love talking about investing, personal life experiences, money, personal finance in general, budgeting, credit cards, all that kind of stuff. So definitely like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.